Hey everybody, welcome to today's video about the Strasburg Railroad located in the town of Strasburg, which is within Lancaster County, Amish country. Okay, so let's start with the location of the Strasburg Railroad. Like I said, it is in Strasburg, Pennsylvania, which is part of Lancaster County, and here's kind of overview of the central part of Lancaster County. You can see Lidditz up there in the top right. You can see Dutch Wonderland there in the middle. There is Burdenham, and then if you zoom in here, Strasburg is pretty much south and a little bit east of the town of Burdenham and the town of Intercourse. Here's a closer look of the rail yard, and as you can see, it's pretty much a skinny little V. It's not a huge wide property, but you do have enough room for the track up the middle and then parking lot on your one side and the rail yard on your other side. They do pack a lot in there though, so they make good use of their space. As you can see, right across the street is the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. They have a lot of stuff in there. It's quite a big property, so definitely be worth it to stop in there when you are visiting Strasburg. And then right down the street, not far at all, maybe like a quarter of a mile, is the Choo Choo Barn, which is one of the coolest little setups for miniature train display with all sorts of cool Lancaster County images and props and miniatures, as well as other parts of Pennsylvania. So it's a really neat little miniature train display. The road that runs in between the museum and the rail yard is Route 741, also known as Gap Road, and it runs from Strasburg to the town of Gap down towards the east. So we're going to start a little walking tour of the rail yard, and we are kind of smack in the middle in the front near the ticket booth in front of us, the railroad tracks to the right, and the museum is across the street to the left, so just to kind of get your bearings. The ticket station is a really fun place to stop and visit. So at this little ticket station here, you can check on times for the trains as well as times for their special events. You can buy tickets here, but you can also buy them online. All the resources online are very helpful and easy to see every day what's offered at the rail yard. And just past the ticket booth here, beyond towards the end of the station, is platforms 1, 2, and 3. A fun fact, the watchtowers where they house one of their webcams that you can check out the rail yard 24 hours a day on their live webcam. So that's where one's located. The other one's located back at the Paradise Station. So about the hours of the Strasburg Railroad. Their hours do vary depending on the month of the year, the season, that sort of thing. Right now in January and February, they're open only on weekends, but starting in late March, they'll be open every day of the week. So that's pretty exciting.
Thank you.
Specifically, most of the days, the train rides are offered on the hour, starting at 11 a.m. and ending about 2 or 3 p.m., again, depending on the season. During peak season, during the summer, you will have their first train ride at 10, and then on the weekends, the last one will be at 7 p.m. And a lot of those are the special trains. They offer those at 7 p.m. as well. Okay, pretty good glimpse of the one end of the rail yard. We're going to take a walk down through the more shopping and dining area, so to speak, of the rail yard. And as you can see, this is where the train track just keeps going east and goes the whole way down that way for about 23-ish minutes to get to Paradise Station. But to the right here, we're going to walk down past the shops and the photography booths and all that fun stuff. The actual rail yard itself is free to walk around, which is really nice. They usually open it about an hour before, maybe more, depending on the day, an hour before the very first train ride. As well as the gift shop and the restaurant, they're supposed to be open an hour before the first train ride, and then they do close during that last ride. Okay, the one dining option here at the rail yard is Cafe 1832, a nod to their opening year. And so we're going to pop in there and look around and see what it's like and what food they have to offer. So it's, a cozy little fun place, and nice and clean. A good option for those hot days or just when you're there a while with your kids and you're hungry, you need a good sandwich and a drink. It's a good place to stop. And it's really decorated really and themed, I think, really nicely. So we'll go back out here and walk some more down the rail yard. It was fun to kind of walk down through this rail yard. Thursday through Sunday, they have costumed characters dressed in period pieces for the 1800s. So they like to kind of engage the audience and have some little shows and take pictures with people. So it is a fun extra you can get there Thursday through Sunday. Past our little performers there is the general store, where you can buy souvenirs, gifts, and toys, as it says so on the sign. If you like to get merchandise, it's a good place to stop. And then here's kind of a little informational sign about the Puffer Belly, the little miniature train they have for kids. And it is super fun and only open sometimes. So just make sure you check those hours and availability for that fun ride. Just at the other end of the gift shop are the bathrooms, and I'm going to show you a quick picture of it because they redid the bathrooms not too long ago and they're very, very clean. So I'm going to show you that real quick here. I love a clean bathroom, so I thought you might enjoy that. But when you come outside, you go over here to the left, and here is a cute little playground for the kids, and they have a little train there. They have a slide in the playground, so fun area for the kids to run around. It's a cute little option. Right here we have another toy store. So if one gift shop was enough, you're lucky because there's a whole other one here you can take your kids into and then pick out some fun gifts. So right to the left of the restrooms, and then kind of also to the left at the end of the playground, is the escape room caboose. And they have various options throughout the day, most days, to have a group go in there and do an escape room. So it's a fun option. It was such a pretty day the day I was here getting this video. I loved it. It was just a beautiful day. It was actually in May. It was just super pretty. And down here is the Strasburg Express, platforms 9 3/4. So if you're a Harry Potter fan or read the books, you know what this is in reference to. So you can access the rail yard from this end of the parking lot. There's a little walkway here you can come across and head up the rail yard. So there are 2 different points of access into the rail yard from the parking lot. So while we're walking by the train tracks here, I do want to let you know that the Strasburg Railroad has 5 working steam locomotives and 20 operating passenger cars. And the ride they offer here, no matter whether it's a dining car, an open air train, the murder mystery car, all the train rides that are offered are exactly the same route and the exact same time. So it's 45 minutes round trip from here to the Paradise Station and back. So every single ride you pay for at the Strasburg Railroad is that ride. And of course, what makes it, I think, extremely special is that you're riding through Amish country. It's a beautiful, beautiful ride, and it's really fun to do in different seasons. You can see the exact same farmland and exact same scenery. You go through Cherry Crest Adventure Farm, and you can see all those places in every season of the year, which is really fun to do, especially if you like pictures or photography or videography. And yes, you may even be fortunate enough to see some farmers working in the fields, including Amish farmers. This does go through Amish farmland, so it is a fun way to check out the active workings of a farm when you're going on the Strasburg Railroad. While you're on the train ride, there are options to stop and kind of get off at like a picnic area. If you want to bring a picnic lunch, you can get off. And the picnic grove, it's called Lehman Place Grove or Groff's Grove. And it's a recreation area. You can hang out until the train comes back and picks you up. So a fun option for those who want to prolong their train ride experience. I'm going to put up a little chart here soon of most of the different kinds of special train rides you can purchase on the Strasburg Railroad, including the murder mystery, dinners, wine and cheese, that sort of thing. But I will tell you a few more facts about the train. Most importantly, the Strasburg Railroad is America's oldest operating railroad with a charter dating back to June of 1832. It was first used for passenger and freight transportation, and then eventually it kind of went dilapidated, and some locals purchased it and restored it and made it into a tour train. It had great success, like one of the most successful ones in America. So I touched on this earlier, but I do want to talk about the webcams. They do have webcams running 24 hours a day. You can get on the Strasburg Railroad website, which I'll put here on the screen for you, and you can literally look at the Strasburg Railroad any time of day, all day long, every day. I think it's just really cool, especially if you're a train lover. It's just fun to check that out. And I also think it's fun to check it out during a snowstorm or something. I think that's really fun to see. They have fun things throughout the year, including Thomas the Train. He usually comes here twice a year, which is a huge thrill for kids. But about those Christmas trains, so they offer at least 5, maybe more, different kinds of Christmas train rides. They have ones called Santa Claus Limited or Santa Paradise Express the night before Christmas, and all those involve Santa being on the train with your kids, handing out some candy or some candy canes. They also can sit in his lap and give him their wish list. The night before Christmas train, he actually reads the night before Christmas book to the kids. So really fun activities at Christmas time here at the Strasburg Railroad. So I highly, highly, highly recommend checking out their website. There's a ton of information on there because there's a ton of things to do here. There are other tours you can do of the rail yard, of actual like workings of a train, just a lot of fun things. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of other stuff in Strasburg. And I have a video on Strasburg I'll link up here with all the things there are to do in and around the town. It's a special place. I've had memories of this place since I was little. I'm going to show you a real quick clip of me being on the train when I was like about 5 years old. So I have a lifelong time of memories of riding this train. And then taking my kids when they were little was super fun. We did that often. Really great stuff. So this is the kind of place where you do make those memories that you will remember probably forever because it's such a unique offering. So hopefully I gave you a pretty vast overview, but I'm telling you right now I didn't cover everything. So you do need to go to that website. Okay, I'm going to show you the part of the ride that they do offer here. A little snippets of it here and there. So I hope you enjoy this little peek at the train ride. And thanks for watching and enjoy your next train adventure.